But yes, anything they have, it becomes a weapon to use against people, to cause you hurt, to cause you pain, because they've done a lot of immoral things. So they know that whatever they have, whatever they achieve, they're not deserving of it. And instead, they feel a lot of shame for having that success. Or with a somatic narcissist, they feel a lot of shame even for being beautiful. Even though they may be physically attractive, deep down they're not happy or proud about it. And yet many people mistake it as it's an insecurity, as though they're comparing themselves to other women, or it could be other men, because there are some somatic narcissists that are men as well. But actually, no, that's not always the case. And a lot of times it is actually a mixture, because there could be some somatic narcissists out there who are models, and yet they still feel very insecure and they feel a lot of shame because they know they're not really deserving of that physical beauty, since all they're doing with it is manipulating people, using it to hurt people and exploit them. I mean, of course, if you have something powerful, something that can affect people, then you need to have the morals and values to go along with that as well. Because anything we have that's meant to be valuable, whether it's our physical appearance, or money, or intelligence, it should be used for good. But they're using these things for bad. A narcissist will use their mouth to harm you with insulting words, instead of speaking good things about you. And they will use their hands to assault you, instead of to caress you. Those are just two examples. And then there's also the car as well. You see how they use these things, whether it's their bodies or objects, sometimes even their own children, or the children that you share together. Everything becomes a weapon to the narcissist because they can't find any fulfillment in it directly. And that's how they then have to go a different way about it. They become very dark. They become very immoral, where they're then using these things to cause hurt and pain. Because then that's the only thing that brings them joy. And even then it's not joy, it's just a relief from their pain, from the fact of knowing that they're actually not deserving of anything that they have. And when you realize that, you'll realize that whatever they have, it's not valuable anyway. Because if it's only valuable if it provides some sort of satisfaction or fulfillment to you. If it doesn't, then it's worthless. And that's how they're so insecure, because deep down they know that they are worthless. At some level they understand that. And that's another reason why they're so intimidated by you, why they're so overwhelmed, because in this world today, if you are a physically attractive, successful, intelligent person, and you're also empathic, that's very rare. Because most people, in order for them to get there, in order for them to be beautiful, and to go throughout their life being physically attractive, to remain modest, humble, and empathic, or for them to become successful and not be corrupt and not step on people in order to get there, That's very rare in the world today. So they look at it like, how could you accomplish that? How could you get there? How could you achieve this without becoming corrupt, without knocking people down on your way there? And that's how it just completely intimidates them. Because if you look at their false image, that's what they're trying to do. That's what a narcissist wants to be. They want to look handsome or beautiful. They want to have lots of money, a nice car. They want to seem like they've got everything together in their lives. They've got it all sorted out. And then at the same time, they're also a very nice and friendly person. That's how they want to appear to the world. But deep down, of course, they know, they're aware that it's all fake. And then they look at you and it's like, well, you've actually managed to do that for real. You've actually achieved it. Something that they couldn't do. You managed to accomplish things the right way, while still staying true to yourself and your values and morals and what you believe in. And they weren't able to do that. In fact, a long time ago, they already gave up on that in their childhood. They accepted that they're not going to achieve anything substantial the right way. And that they've got to manipulate, they've got to cheat, lie, steal, betray. They accepted that they've got to do all of those things to get to where they want to be. So for one thing, when they first target you and they're grooming and conditioning you, and then they're making these calculations in their minds, whether they're looking at your job, your business, your house, your car, your clothes, they're looking at how you groom and take care of yourself, your hair. Maybe you like to get a manicure. I got a manicure today. My nails are looking quite shiny now. Or maybe it's the way you do your makeup. You spend a lot of time and effort on it. You pay attention to detail. They are examining all of this. And it intimidates them, it overwhelms them. It makes them feel very insecure. It makes them feel inadequate. And not only that, but also how you do things the right way. You don't harm anyone in the process. And I'd like to make a Taylor Swift reference here from one of her recent songs. Never made a Taylor Swift reference before. But in her lyrics, as some of you may know, she mentioned the covert narcissist. And she likened herself to a covert narcissist in the song. And I think the lyrics, it went something like, sometimes I feel like everyone is a sexy baby and I'm a monster on the hill. Now that really just sums up everything I've said in this video. Because that is exactly how the narcissist feels when they idealize you and then they're in the process of grooming and conditioning you. And then they're comparing themselves to you and they begin to feel inadequate. That's how the narcissist feels in that moment. I mean, it may not be quite literally that they feel like you're a sexy baby. It may be more that they're could be your success, it could be your physical attractiveness, it could be how you've got everything organized in your house, everything's clean, everything's just taken care of in your life, the way that you want it to be. And then they're looking disheveled, and maybe their house is a mess, maybe they haven't even got a job, maybe they live in their mother's basement, I don't know. But in comparison to you, they feel like they're a monster. They feel no good in comparison to you. So I think that's pretty much what the lyrics mean in that Taylor Swift song. And it makes a lot of sense. And also, of course, yeah, she mentions a sexy baby. Now, what do we think when we think of a baby? Baby is clean, pure, it's not traumatized, it's in good health, it's well taken care of, it gets lots of attention. Babies have soft skin. And then compare that to a monster. Yes, that's how these narcissists feel. And in our qualities and characteristics, maybe not physically, I mean, I know myself at 35 years of age now, my skin is definitely not as fresh and soft as a baby's. But in our qualities and characteristics, it's like we are very pure. We're untouched. Maybe we haven't been exposed to too many things. Maybe we're sheltered in our childhood. And then you've got the narcissist, they're like rough and ready. They're ready to fight, they're ready to go. They're all messed up, they're foul and dirty. So you can see how they feel intimidated, how they feel overwhelmed by witnessing you. And how wonderful and incredible you are. And that's how, when they get around you, they then go to the devaluation phase and they just want to mess everything up for you. They want to rearrange everything in your life. You got everything put together. Everything's immaculate, everything's pristine, everything's the way that you want it to be. That's why the narcissist wants to come in and they want to throw all of that into turmoil and chaos. They want to disorganize it all. They want to disorganize everything in your house. Suddenly things start getting moved around and then they gaslight you about it. Things start going missing, they start stealing from you. They steal your money. And then they want to mangle your mind. They want to traumatize you so that you can't think clearly. And they just want to mess everything up in your life. So that it reflects their internal condition. So that it reflects how they feel on the inside. And who knows, it may be externally as well. Maybe they don't look so good on the outside. Maybe they don't take good care of themselves. Or as I mentioned earlier, maybe it's something where, like some narcissists, they may put makeup on, they may spray aftershave, but then they don't even have a shower. So it may be something like that as well. So from what I mentioned here, you can see how a narcissist can be intimidated by you. They can be completely blown away, overwhelmed, because of your hard work, your dedication, the time and effort that you have put in to yourself, your work, your life. And they've just been neglecting themselves, focusing only on the external, or focusing on how they're going to manipulate and betray people like you. So you can see how they're that way. You can see why they get so triggered, why they get so bothered by you. And then that's how they typically go down. They begin engaging in immoral and illegal things. They start doing things that are corrupt. And they become very neglectful, because they look at it like, what's the point? They're never going to be as good as you. And just look at how they are in their lives. Did they ever manage to achieve anything on your level? And then that's how you can see why they had to step on people to get ahead, why they had to cheat, lie, steal, and betray. You can see why they had to do that. And I know there's an issue with my shades in this video. Yesterday I don't know, there's a bit of a strange obstacle when I was walking back to my condo. It was like a large rope or wire coming down, and I was walking back and I hit my head on it. So it's done something to my shades, and I did have a bruise here, but I put makeup on it. But yeah, that's why my shades are like this in this video. But I hope that didn't distract you from the message. And despite what they may have said to you, the truth is that yes, they are intimidated by you. They do feel threatened, they do feel overwhelmed. Of course, they will devalue you, because that then makes them feel more comfortable. And they may devalue you in many different ways. It may be insults. They may try to get you fired from your job, maybe smear campaigns, lies, rumors. They may become physically abusive towards you, physically try to harm you. They may steal from you, discredit you. They may do all sorts of things to try to devalue you, gaslight you, try to ruin your mental health, your physical health. They will just try to damage you in many ways, because they see you and you're not damaged, you're not broken. There's nothing really wrong with you, so they want to make things wrong with you, because there's so many things wrong with them. So the more things they can make wrong with you, the more comfortable they will then feel around you. So that's what this devaluation behavior is designed to do. That's why they do that.